Good evening, everybody. It's Zechariah from Running for Heroes. Sadly, tonight for our third and final mile, we're running for a very young officer who lost his life in the line of duty. Tonight, I'm running for fallen officer Noah Shahnavaz. He worked with the Elwood Police Department in Indiana, and his end of watch was just 2 days ago, on July 31st, 2022. He lost his life after he was shot and killed while conducting a traffic stop. He was only 24 years old, served for 11 months as a first responder with the Elwood Police Department, and was a previous U.S. Army veteran. He leaves behind parents and siblings. Tonight, I'm running with the blue line flag in his honor. I'll be doing 7 laps on the track at my school, which is the equivalent of 1 mile in his honor. And I'll be joined tonight by many first responders, supporters, and my whole family who are joining us in this mile. Before the run starts, we're going to do a quick prayer in honor of his whole family and the department that Department are going through, and then I'll be on my way. For those that are tuning in tonight, Zechariah running his third and final mile of the evening. This mile tonight in honor of fallen officer Noah Shahnavaz. He worked with the Elwood Police Department in Indiana, tragically losing his life July 31st, 2022, after he was shot and killed while making a traffic stop. He was young, just 24 years old, having served just 11 months with the Elwood Police Department before losing his life. Also served his country as a U.S. Army veteran and leaves behind parents and siblings. As you guys may notice, lightning in the background, that is heat lightning. We have not had any cloud-to-ground lightning in quite some time, so we felt it was safe for Zechariah to continue his tribute miles, and that is what you're seeing in the background. Zechariah now completing his first of 7 laps to honor this hero tonight. We're always appreciative of all the local agencies that continually come out to help honor our fallen heroes alongside Zechariah. And tonight, helping wait out the rain with Zechariah tonight, we have a member of the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation, as well as the U.S. Customs and Border Protection that's running tonight with Zechariah. Again, we're here today to pay tribute to a young hero, just 24 years old, fallen officer Noah Shahnavaz of the Elwood Police Department in Indiana, who tragically on July the 31st of 2022 lost his life after he was shot and killed while conducting a traffic stop. Again, just 24 years old and only served 11 months as a member of the Elwood Police Department before losing his life. Also, he served his country, was a U.S. Army veteran, and leaves behind parents and siblings. Zechariah now completing his second of 7 laps tonight, which once again is 1 mile this evening, to help honor the life of fallen officer Noah Shahnavaz. Every mile completed by Zechariah carries a unique flag. Each flag gets sent to the family of the hero that he runs to honor. Tonight, Zechariah carrying the blue line flag. This flag will begin to work its way to the family of fallen officer Shahnavaz, along with a note that Zechariah wrote earlier in the day. If you'd like information on how you can be a part of this mission, visit running4heroes.org, and we'll also do a follow-up post a little bit later in the evening with details on how you can be a part of this mission. As Zechariah completes lap number 3 and starts lap number 4, I'm going to go silent. I'm going to remain silent for the remaining 4 laps as we reflect on the life of this hero tonight, fallen officer Noah Shahnavaz. We extend our thoughts and our prayers to everybody with the Elwood Police Department in Indiana, as well as his parents and his siblings. And our hope tonight is that this run honors him well. And we thank him for his service, not only to his community, but to his country. Zechariah, any final words tonight for the family of fallen officer Noah Shahnavaz?
I don't start it off like this, but during that mile, on lap 5 or 4 or 5, I don't know if it was God, I don't know if it was my head, but as we're nearing 1,300 miles, it's really hard, and it's affecting so much young people. Officer Shahnavaz was just 24 years old. There were so much pictures on the Officer Memorial page with his parents and his siblings all together, and they looked like they were a very happy family and a very happy, just very happy in general. And it, honestly, I say this in lots of news interviews, but it's, unfortunately, when I'm coming up to 1,300 miles, this, unfortunately, it's a pain, but it's getting really used to, because I'm expecting to do miles every single night or every other night because how much first responders pass away. But as I continue to read these stories more, Officer Shahnavaz, for example, 24 years old, U.S. Army veteran, had loving parents and loving siblings. He was shot and killed at a traffic stop, and I usually don't talk as much as this, but traffic stops, people like Officer Shahnavaz, I'm sure he never thought, and in his final moment, he would be doing a traffic stop and he would end up being shot by a gunman. And it's really disappointing, and just, even though not everybody passed away like Officer Shahnavaz did, we're coming up on 1,300 miles, which is very unfortunate, but that leads me to my final point tonight, that no matter if it's 9 p.m. at night, no matter if we just got through a huge rainstorm, one of the biggest we've had since Running for Heroes started at this time, we're gonna be here for you, and for Officer Shahnavaz's family, and for the other 2 we ran for tonight. We hope that this dedication showed you how much of a hero he was, because this is mostly for him and her, for example, for the 3 runs tonight. So we want to make sure that we at Running for Heroes let you know that even though it's just a mile, we're going to be here for you, and we hope that this run helped you out if you are watching tonight, including Officer Shahnavaz's family. And if you are part of the family, or if you are part of his family tonight, we'll be sending you this blue line flag. And remember to sign your Heroes Honor very soon, along with a handwritten note. And we hope with that it can help you out as much as possible through the loss of your young officer that was unexpected passing. If all of you tonight not join us in a 21-second moment of silence, following that will be a prayer. 21 seconds, just like a 21-gun salute, which many first responders know each second will dedicate one amazing thing Officer Shahnavaz during his life. If all of you please join us in that moment of silence in the prayer, please bow your heads and join us at this time to honor this family and his life. Dear God, tonight we unfortunately went for 3 fallen first responders who lost their life in the line of duty. I have to do lots of these prayers to you, God, and we've done almost 1,300 miles since we started. But I pray tonight you watch over the 3 families who we unfortunately had to run for. And I pray, God, anybody going through a hard time to this run so they can also find comfort through the unfortunate and unexpected loss they're facing without their loved one or their friend in law enforcement. God, unfortunately, the numbers this year are just like any other year with our first responders since we've started, if not a little bit more, since COVID has come to a short end, or it's still around, but not as much as it was. And God, I pray you watch over our first responders through the rest of the second half of this year. And I pray that you watch over them and keep all of our guardians safe across the United States. Thank you again, God. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. We appreciate all of you joining us in these 3 miles. We hope that the next run isn't going to be like this, but even if it is, be assured that as long as it's not a big thunderstorm, we're going to be trying our best to get these miles in and get it as soon as possible to the families that need it most. We hope all of you have a great and safe night, especially if you're a first responder working tonight, and I pray God blesses you all.